Hello and welcome to Access and to the second of two parts of my interview with Roy Staab, a site sculpture artist. So you weren't in Central Park when it was actually happening?
No, but did you go see it?
Yeah.
And what did you think?
Well, I liked it, but I found it faintly irritating. You know, I guess I'm not, you know, I have to walk through the, you want to walk through the park and you're bumping your head in these curtains and, you know, I wasn't carried away with it. I thought it was nice having all the people there wanting to participate.
Isn't that what good public art's about, though? Is it to get people there?
Yeah, I know, but that's what a football game's about, and it isn't always a good game.
That's right. Yeah. And that's what the trails are in the park, to walk in the park. That's why Olmsted made the park.
Yeah.
But it made it an event.
Yeah.
It put a little polish up. And I looked at it and I thought, there were flags on every path in the whole park.
Oh, yeah. And they really did it. Oh, yeah,
I mean, that's too much. Why didn't he just do the main path? And that would have been a great line. And when the wind would blow those, I'm sure those things were wonderful to see in the wind. And then it was in that special time of the year also. No snow and snow. So you have a gray background and this bright orange, or a Buddhist color perhaps, and then with the snow on white. That's glorious. And I did a sculpture in Madison, Wisconsin, in the Botanic Gardens. And it was for the Botanic Gardens. And everybody came to the gardens to see flowers. And I used willow, and I put it in the pond in the water. And then it froze in the ice. And all the flowers died. And then my piece for me glowed, because it was simple. And white eliminates the distractions in the background in Central Park too, I'm sure. And I'm sure if you were there in the snow on that snowy day, it was also another experience of looking at the earth and life and how we are. So I don't condemn that piece.
No, I'm not condemning it, but you know, I don't know if it would be worth a special trip in. I didn't go in specially to see it.
But you did go specially to see it. I mean, you were there.
No, I was there.
You were there.
I happened to be in the city at the time.
If I'd be in the city at the time, I would have gone to see it.
Which is probably the best way to see it, not make a special trip.
I went to see Robert Smith's Spiral Jetty last summer.
You went to see?
Robert Smith's Spiral Jetty last summer. And I made a special trip.
Where is that?
That's on the north coast of Salt Lake.
Now that looks fascinating. The pictures of it do intrigue me.
It is. And when I read about it, it said the water was going to be a violet color, and the water was a violet color. And it was 50 miles in and 50 miles out. And going there was, when I lived in New York City, there was so much noise and so much light that I didn't know where I am anymore. I mean, it's always a siren and that. Going there was no sound. The water was thick water, so there were no wave sounds. There was no honking of cars. The moon came out. It was glorious in the night, and then it was a dark night when the moon set. I always wondered what the world was like before we had all these modern things. And he found a wonderful no man's land place, the end of the earth, perfect. I want to go there often again, another time again.
Now, is that there permanently?
It's a permanent installation.
And what is it now? It's a jetty. How long is it?
I don't know the dimensions. It's, I think, 300 feet long, and it spirals around. And it was underwater for 20 years. Right. Now it's out of the water.
Right.
And they're worried about it being vandalized. And the vandalism that I saw, somebody put children's Play-Doh in the middle, trying to make it a mystic experience, a healing wheel. I don't believe in that kind of thing, but that's what they tried to do. Everybody's looking for some kind of savior or some kind of God.
So you didn't mind that?
Oh, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like anything.
But if you're going to put something out in the public, you kind of expect some kind of participation, don't you?
It can be, but I don't expect that. I do not expect that.
Yeah.
Not Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And I don't expect people sleeping inside my work either.
Okay.
And there was somebody sleeping inside the spiral in the middle. And when I wanted to photograph it, I saw that black spot. And it's reminding me of the black spot from Treasure Island. And
what was that?
It was an evil omen in my mind. I don't want to see black in the middle of white. And so I didn't photograph it. And then I realized I had my camcorder that's digital, and I could take that black spot out. So then I went up on the hill and photographed it anyhow, and those people got up. And these mystical people that got up were looking for something from the work to save their life or make their life better. Instead of doing the mantra of going around the piece, they started going around, and they crossed it. They crossed the spiral and went to the outer edge to walk out faster. And that's part of the process of making art. And for me, I have to do the process to do it in the total correct way, or it's not correct. And they cheated.
That was blasphemy.
You bet it was. So yeah. I don't know what their dream was, but I'm sure it's not going to come true.
So, that's a great story. Okay, so after Canada, do you have anything in mind?
Oh, then it's time to get the whole act together again. So all the pieces that I've had, that I made, I have to get photographs, prints made of them. And also I have to get a grant this year. So I'm thinking about applying that. I keep delaying the Pollock Kresner. I'm going to try again to get that. But as we spoke last time, it's like doing your taxes. They ask for these figures and those figures, and I don't want to do that. So and then I plan for next year. Whatever's going to happen next year.
And you have no idea yet.
Well, yeah. I applied to go to Brazil. Mm-hmm. I don't like lotteries, and they asked for $35 an entrance fee, and I did it, and I got it. So in January and February, I'll be in Brazil working.
Where?
At some island on the coast of Brazil, in a Rastafarian town, which sounds interesting.
In a?
Rastafarian town.
Oh, that must be interesting.
So I'm looking always for influences in my work. I went to Japan to learn the Japanese way. I go to Brazil to find something. I want to glean something from their culture to put in my work.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in a global way. I went to Europe, and when I went in Europe, I worked with the Italians, and I worked with, I don't want to say peasant people, but people who worked close to the land, and they showed, I asked them what kind of trees, branches or trees I can use that will last longer, and they told me which ones, and I used them. And how to tie it in their way, they showed me their way. I'm looking for their techniques too. Because in America we have our ways, I find my ways intuitively, and I'm looking for the right way. What's the right way? I don't know. Whatever happens along the way.
Yeah.
So Brazil's going to give me a little ticket. Yeah. Japan gave me some ways, a sensibility I had myself before I went there, and also I saw certain things that I could use.
Okay, Roy, I'd love to hear more about it, but I just got the 1-minute sign about a half a minute ago.
I am so fast, good.
Oh, yeah, no, it was interesting. So, you know, wonderful, Roy. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to East Hampton and working here. Thanks for coming on the program. And
good.
You know, next time you come back, give me some more. Quick, go ahead.
I hope people go out to Northwest Landing to see the piece.
Northwest Landing, where?
Northwest Landing, end of the road, in the harbor, by the beach. And also, I have a piece in Abingdon Art Center in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And that's on until September 15th, so I just found out. So come and see that. It's in the trees.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard.
All right, thank you, Roy.
Hey,
yeah, great.
Good, we did it again.
Yeah, right.